Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the CORSAIR DreamLeague Season 9. I'm OD Pixel, I'm here with Fog, and we are here with the Southeast Asian Regional Qualifiers. And so far, so good for the first series. We had a lot of excitement, lots of ups and downs. Execration versus TNC. Execration looking pretty damn hot here. We had
with support Tiny.
Support Tiny. We didn't really talk about too much at the end of it, but it worked out.
It did. He owned, and we were both wrong. TNC, they were also wrong. I also think we're going to see a difference in draft.
You didn't like the draft from TNC then?
No, I did. I actually did, but I don't. I think that they're not used to this. I think they're used to fighting. I think that's the beauty of SEAs. They always battle. When they go for the split push lineup, they actually did look a little shaky because they were trying to run around with the IO and the Beastmaster looking for pickoffs, but they were actually just straight up taking 5v5 fights, which isn't really what you want to be doing with that draft. You want to split, you want to farm, you want to use that relocate as much as possible. They were relocating, though, into 5v5s, and we saw exactly what happened. Nando was absolutely massive on the Dragon Knight. Lumic, Tiny, did work. Yeah, I think adjustments going to be made. I was checking, actually, I wanted to see if... I don't remember, but I don't think Chen was banned, and I was pretty surprised. I don't think Chen was, no. And I was pretty surprised they didn't pick it, because TNC's been drafting the Chen pretty early on in some of their games.
I think, as you said, it was...
Not all the games, but some.
That they wanted to try something different. Didn't work out, so we can guarantee for you guys and girls at home that they will try something different again.
Oh, I thought I'd seen more Chen.
Very unlikely to do a similar sort of draft.
They actually didn't pick the Chen too often. I thought I'd seen them play it more times, but it was actually only like once or twice, and they banned it a few times. But yeah, I think they're going to pick more team fight this time rather than going for that split push-oriented draft, because I think that's just the beauty of SEA is, yeah, battling. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, and the battling was absolutely on point from Execration. We saw some fantastic sort of multi-hero burrow strikes and such from Yaj. Yaj, great team fight contribution on his Sand King. As you said, the Tiny, Chemo's Tiny, doing a lot of work early on, sort of keeping that bottom lane very firmly at the advantage for Nando.
Lumic, Tiny, right?
Sorry, I keep calling Lumic Chemo. Lumic.
Yeah,
Lumic, you're right. Lumic's Tiny. Yeah, securing the lane for Nando DK. And I was watching that, I sort of have memories back of seeing Nando do it before, and he's just very good in these team fights.
He is a beast.
Perfect. I don't think we ever saw him sort of flop up in the team fight in terms of stacking stuns and such. He's very good at moving target to target, but the halberd as well, we saw that as well. Just this DK disabling multiple heroes from being able to do anything in the fight. You know, that 5-second disarm for a TA is an absolute nightmare, and it was pretty much impossible for Armel to use the net worth that his team managed to give him by making sure that, he himself secured that 1v1 mid. You know, Armel played very well in the TA
he killed him 3 times.
Exactly. Right? He dominated mid lane. His team gave him all the ancient stacks, but it didn't matter at all because he couldn't hit anyone in the team fights. And some of that was down to, as you said, the disarm, and also overall definitely the draft. His team just didn't have the control and lockdown. You know, say TNC had like the Sand King, bam, suddenly there's time for the TA to go to work, but there really wasn't enough sort of heroes around the TA to enable Armel to go ham. Yeah,
I mean, Samh had a hard time. Samh and Tims, both of them, they were really struggling in this game. So that for me is probably the biggest indicator. And then they have a TA. There's a reason we don't see that hero too often is because of the kite factor. Yeah. We saw exactly what happened. She would try to focus a target. She would get stunned for a second. They peel away from her. Then she's in this awkward spot. Then she finally got BKB. She still couldn't take the fights because they were already too farmed. This DK was enormous, super tanky, excellent item build. Yeah, I think TNC will probably, like we said, stray away from the split push game unless they want to keep trying it. Maybe they're just trying to practice it.
We might see a first pick IO again, you know, but they might. I would think they're definitely going to do different things around it if they do so. And we do have the draft right now. There we go. Got it. Smooth. TNC versus Execration, game 2. Execration 1 game up at the moment. So what are we going to see? TNC, they take away that Lumic Tiny first ban.
I think it just gave them too much like openness to their draft, because we were like, oh yeah, offlane Tiny or safe lane Tiny. Oh wait, no, they're just putting Sand King offlane and they bring that support Tiny. So I think it just gives them too much versatility on the side of Execration. So I do like that ban, even though they are first pick, which is a bit curious to me. TNC took it out themselves with that first pick. But we'll see what they want to open up with. Probably something more standard. They do like their Rubik when they open it up with the first 2. Maybe they'll go back to that Tim's Earth Spirit. Tim's on Disable. personally for me, or Tim's on team fighters is my jam.
Yeah, exactly. Tim's on anyone that's sort of going to be able to disable multiple people in the team fight. It's crucial. He just wasn't able to do that with the IO. We saw some clutch saves, you know, not to say it was necessarily a bad IO performance, but it just felt like you're putting Tim's on IO, you're not using this to his full potential. This
already an adjustment.
You know, wherever this goes, whether it be on the off lane or whether it is going to be Tim's playing the 4, already better. As I said, you know, that for me felt what was missing. You could run the TNC again, you need something like an SK. You need to have this team fight and control. Instantly though, Clockwork and Tinker comes out from Execration. We saw this banned out very early on last series.
Banned out first two.
First two banned, so obviously TNC are scared of the Tinker. They've let it through this time.
Oh boy.
And Execration happily taking it very early on in the draft, showing a lot of confidence behind this pick. So we'll see how this pays off and what the plan is from TNC in terms of dealing with the Tinker. They do have 4 picks to do it with. This is one of the pluses.
Yeah, it's a first 2 Tinker.
It's a first 2 Tinker. So as I said, you know, Execration, they probably don't care about the picks because they must feel so confident in their Tinker player. But TNC, they do have a lot of picks to deal with that Tinker.
Yeah. Wonder what they're going to go with here. They could do something just generic, just one of the supports. Some Bane, actually no, not Bane. Some Rubik or some. I don't know if they'd want Witch Doctor. I think the Rubik looks good. That no field's always nice versus Tinker, and the Lift versus the Clockwork can be quite good.
Yeah.
One of the other ones that they've been playing a bunch of. I mean, yeah, I think it's the Rubik. The Rubik's probably the biggest one for me. Rubik Disruptor, some catch. Oh, Dragon Knight right off the bat. So they're just picking their mid laner. Yeah. Or I guess it's a flex pick still, but.
And also to make sure that Nando doesn't get it in his hands again, you know what I mean?
I guess.
You know, that was a very, very scary DK performance from Execration.
Maybe they're just stealing their draft. They've got Sand-King DK. The tools are coming to take the whole draft away from them.
2 of the same draft that we had shown from Execration in Game 1.
Quick bans. So OD gets banned by TNC. Lycan gets taken out by Execration.
A little interesting that OD does get banned when the Tinker's already picked. Like, was there really that much of a scare of there being a safe lane OD? I mean, maybe, but quite peculiar that they would ban the OD when Tinker's already been picked.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know if that, like, I feel like there's probably other heroes that you would have assumed TNC would be more scared of and more likely that Execration would draft around the Tinker, but yeah, OD ban from TNC.
Yeah, I mean, they do really like their OD, to be honest. I've been looking at their drafts just the last few days. They've OD in 2 or 3 of the games. And they've run it in multiple roles,
could it indicate any sort of upcoming pick from TNC? Like, is there any hero that an OD absolutely trashes? Like, what could this be sort of telegraphing that TNC wanted to play?
Maybe they might not have too many int heroes, and they're just going to have like some strength, agi cores and stuff, so they just, the int difference, who knows? I mean, it could just be like, we don't want to play against this hero after last game. Even though he didn't do great in the laning phase, it was all about the mid-game.
Oh, it's a Juggernaut. The ban. One of Raven's favorites. And those classic cores that Raven is very good at farming with, and it's just limiting his pool. Already sort of the fact that the Tinker's there means it's very unlikely we're going to see the Raven Terrorblade, one of the heroes that he does love to play.
This is true. I caught myself mid-sneeze.
Mid-sneeze?
I almost deafened everybody for a second, because I almost didn't get the mic up in time. So they ban out the Witch Doctor themselves, because Execration, I mean, it's just a safe support, and they have Clockwork. Clockwork Witch Doctor is a pretty strong duo.
I mean, a Tinker combo and Maledict is also pretty nasty,
quite potent.
Very early on, yeah. That's the point. It's hard to deal with. Very good to deal with a DK as well. I mean, a sort of high magical burst against Dragon Knight, who probably doesn't want to be going BKB that early. So
Owen and Fogged. His name is pronounced as, I don't know how to read that. Can you? LLMWEC. I don't know if is he messing with us. I don't think he's messing with us.
Well, no, because it is Limwek. I mean, maybe because it's spelled L-I-M-U-E-K, isn't it? So you can see that's right. It's L-I-M-U-E-K, right?
No, it's L-E-U-M-I-K.
I don't think that. Is it pronounced Limwek?
I think he might be.
We might
be saying something bad. I hope
is it Lumik or Limwek? I mean,
we'll find out.
I've always said Lumic, but to be fair, he was called Chemo for a long time, so
he was called Chemo,
which is much easier to pronounce. But
we were saying the Disruptor for TNC, so they did take it. Their Sand-King Disruptor duo, they do really like playing that one. It's pretty good at finding the Tinker in some ways too, because Glimpse has such long cast catch range, and the Rubik gets grabbed by Execration because they're playing versus a Sand King, so he wants people to steal those Sand King stuns, and these teams just really like Rubik.
Yeah.
It's just a pretty good hero.
It is, yeah, Rubik definitely. I mean, he always has been.
He always has been. He's always been sick.
He's definitely sort of been that sort of pick that's never been bad, and sometimes been amazing.
Yep.
There's a few heroes that have been like that over the ages, like Batrider as well. Batrider's never been bad, has he?
He got to a point where
like,
some people, when he first got that big nerf, right, when he got, what was it? When they changed the neutrals and then they changed the mana cost of Lasso and they made Flame Break not stun.
Yes.
People started to push him to the back a little bit more. But he's still just a good hero.
Batrider's, you know, still...
It's not about that.
Fundamentally, yeah.
Yeah, it's about just you grab someone and you pull them out of the base and you win fight. Yep. So, 4th pick, Execration.
I mean, with the clock as well, are we assuming that is the support clock? You don't think there's not going to be a core clock?
I guess we don't really know exactly with this team. I'd assume it's offlane, though. I'm not really a big fan of...
Oh, you don't?
I mean, I'm assuming it's support. I'm not a big fan of the offlane clockwork, just because you kind of do the same thing as support as of offlane. And you don't want to farm on the map. Yeah, you're taking up a role.
But Jakira's picked, so maybe it is the offlane clock. Unless it's going to be some sort of NA-style core Jakiro. But I guess it is the offlane clock. What do you think?
Turn to
well, we'll see. I mean, Tidehunter...
I honestly don't know, Owen. I really don't know.
I think you've got to put clock in the offlane, surely, in Jakiro.
I think they do, unless they run some core Jakiro, man.
I mean, I'm down for some core Jakiro. We've seen teams do it in the past.
I have no idea where the hell this is going to go.
Yeah.
I mean, Rubik Jakiro supports? No, I'm putting it offlane, man.
You're putting the Jakiro off?
I don't know, man.
5 seconds.
These teams are crazy. Sand King is now safe lane. Tidehunter is now off lane, so Sam H's hero secured. They picked Tidehunter into Rubik as well, so Rubik got even more decent spells to steal.
Okay.
But I think what we're looking at is the difference we talked about before. Last draft, TNC was like split push. This draft, group up and team fight. So they did definitely adjust because they looked really shaky on that split push draft. So yeah, well, I mean, I don't know where the hell this dude.
So final bound for Execration.
What the hell is this? Do they pick this Jakiro a lot or something, or no? No, they don't pick it much. Oh no, they picked it a few times, and it's a support, but they did it with Naga when they picked it, and they have picked it a few other times in the first two with Naga.
Okay. So it does look like the offlane clock.
It does look like the offlane clock, but this is when they run it. They've only ran the Jakiro. Okay, they've ran it once without Naga, but every other time it's been with Naga. And it was. Oh, let me see. I can.
Was it a carry?
There was one game.
Naga?
There was a. No. This is for Execration.
Oh, sorry, for Execration. Sorry.
There was one game where they actually picked it. I'm gonna see. This could be a core. Let me see. They did a core. No. Actually, no. It's a support Jakiro too. So I don't know. We'll see. Whatever.
So final bans, the Gyro taken away from TNC, the Faceless Void taken away from Execration. So Execration and TNC, they are going to go for the Luna for Ravens.
More group up.
Yeah,
group up push. Everything about this TNC draft is the exact opposite of what it was last time.
They've made changes, and it already, as you said, it feels more TNC style.
Yeah, now they've got, so Luna with this tri-lane, this is a very potent tri-lane, and Night Vision once she gets some levels up in the aura for those glimpses. But
Execration,
they take TB.
Yeah, with their sort of draft, we talked about the fact that TNC can't really play the Raven Terrorblade into it. So Execration, they set it up so they can grab the Terrorblade for themselves.
Thank you. Wow, you did it. I have trouble bouncing. I guess it's at an angle.
It's not hard. Yeah, you put it down. Look, watch. I could drop it and it would still bounce. Yes, it balanced. Yeah. Oh, jeez, I just broke it. Sorry, Terrorblade. Oh my, I actually broke it. I actually broke it. Sorry, production. Terrorblade has been nerfed. I'll fix it.
I get yelled at when I do that in my ear. I did not hear Owen get yelled at.
That's because I can fix stuff.
So who is it?
Fixed. Perfect.
It's a support Jakiro. It is offlane clockwork.
There we go.
Nope. Whatever. I'm not moving him.
It is offlane clock. Yep. So, ladies and gentlemen, TNC versus Execration. What do we reckon? First game, we went with TNC and we were totally wrong. Execration took the game this time round.
TNC has a much faster lineup. Execration is looking to stall this game and take it to late with Terrorblade Tinker. They're trying to just, stall the game up for the Terrorblade to get massive. But I think this time, TNC actually has exactly what they're used to playing. Team fight and run at you. Let's go TNC. I'm going to go with them again.
I think Execration looked pretty damn hot in game one, and I think Terrorblade with their reflection is going to do some horrible things to farm Luna. So I gotta go with Execration on this one, as I think. I don't know. I think we're going to get a close one, that's for sure. A lot closer than game one. Which way could it go? We'll find out. Fob with TNC with me with Execration. We'll see. We'll see.
There's a lot of there's so much group up on the side of TNC. I'm like, I can't go against that one. There's so much team fight between Luna, Tide.
This is going to be this is going to be close. This is going to be a back and forth battler.
And it's an uplane clockwork. That's the thing. That's
always true.
That's where it puts a lot of pressure. It puts a lot of pressure onto Yaj, in my opinion. I look at the other heroes, and he has to do a lot of work in the mid game as this clock to make sure he can make space for the Tinker and the Terrorblade.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Game 2, TNC versus Execration here at the CORSAIR DreamLeague Season 9 Southeast Asian Regional Qualifiers. I'm ODPixel, I'm here with Fogged, and we're ready to see what goes down between these two sides. TNC! They're smoking up. They're looking for a kill. They love to do this, TNC. Always making these early 5-man smoke movements to try and catch someone off guard. And let's see what they can find. At the moment, Rubik's on his own up top. The rest of Execration actually down bottom. So if they catch anyone, it will only be the Rubik. Lumic, did we get clarification on the pronunciation?
Nobody said anything else. I'll check again. I'll check again in a second.
I'm sticking with Lumic for now.
No, I'll check again in a second. Wait.
Lumic.
My monster is in the way. There we go.
We'll be fine. He gets himself away, back in the trees.
30 seconds to battle.
He's good, he's golden. Won't be caught out by this movement. TNC will secure themselves the top 2 runes. Bottom runes, of course, will both go the way of Execration because of TNC's full 5-man movement towards the top lane.
Yes, sir. So aggressive wards being placed by TNC, at least, you know, blocking pole camp, watching mid lane. So let us see what they can do. Armel is dropping his TP and killing it. He did not kill it, though. He was stop canceling.
Oh, that's the strat, though. Every cancelled attack on a TP on the floor reduces the cooldown by a second. It'll be added next patch. Watch out for it.
That's not true.
Yeah, that'd be pretty hype, though.
If you cancel...
Every time you cancel attack your basher, it increases the bash chance.
Oh my god!
You can buff your items.
You buff your items only if you have only if you have really fast attack speed. If your attack speed's slow, then it's not going to do anything.
Sure, no. Yeah. Just adding more to the skill cap of Dota 2. Mid lane.
Sir, mid.
So it's a mid DK this time for TNC. Obviously, last game we saw Execration do a safe lane DK.
He should be able to farm fine because he's got the breathe fire whenever he gets lasered. He can start to eat some heavy harassment, though. Laser plus rocket is quite a lot of damage, but once Armel gets level 3, he should be just fine in this lane with the 2 levels in Dragon's Blood.
Yeah, of course, made that early pull round on the bottom lane, keeping his lane nice and close underneath the tower, and leaving this the 1v1. So TNC running aggressive, putting Sam H on his own against the clock, and having Raven farm aggressively against Nando. And I mean, in these early lanes, I like this because Terrorblade is very susceptible to harassment, and also the fact that Raven, you've got a decent magical nuke on this carry. You can burst down the Terrorblade after you get a few levels in this lane. They try and make it go themselves, though. Metamorphosis comes out. Tim's is going to need to go for the Burrow Strike to hold back the right clicks, but it doesn't matter, indeed. First blood's going to be there. That level 1 Metamorphosis, the strong one. Can they get 2 out of this?
Oh my god.
Oh.
20 HP.
Gets down. But that always is the warrior in a trial. The level 1 Metamorphosis, bang. You're going to get a kill out of that.
They need to be careful. They need level 2 is the biggest thing on TNC because Disruptor, he's not the strongest in that tri lane, and as soon as they get met by Jakiro and Terrorblade, those 2 are very strong in tri lanes. I do like this, though, that they get the they're trying to pressure the Terrorblade, but they have to be careful of their positioning, not to get caught up by that lift.
It's mid lane CS at the moment. Pretty much as you said, you know, Armel with that slight lead, doing a good job with the breathe fires.
Lumic is Kimwell backwards.
It's Kimwell backwards?
Yeah.
So it would be Lumic.
I don't know.
Yeah, because I know his normal name's Kimwell, because that's what chemo is short for.
Yes.
So we're sticking with Lumic. I'm sticking with Lumic. If he wants to reach out and say, can you pronounce it Limwek, I will. But I'm sticking with Lumic. Are we down with that chat? Can we get a thumbs up? Seems good. Seems good for Lumic.
They gave you a seems good.
How do you know? It's on a delay.
They gave it to you anyway. Nice.
They give it to me anyway. Thank you, Twitch chat. Always behind me.
Yeah. So every time meta is up, that's when there's kill threat for Execration. When meta is down, TNC is going to dominate the lane. They do have to watch their positioning, though, in particular Cuckoo. Cuckoo should not step up too far, because if he gets lifted into a dual breath, into a reflection, he's very risky.
He's playing on sort of the edge of that might die sort of threshold, yeah, on the Playing around with that. Ruby has to be careful. Mid lane though, Armel, he's
winning the match.
I mean, I've got to be honest, we're seeing this boy's 1v1 skill proving to be pretty strong.
Yeah, he's definitely a beast.
He plays the mid lane very well.
He's dropping his stout shield too, do you see that?
I didn't, what?
He's dropping his stout shield in front of the Tinker to try to make him kill it top though.
Going on to Nando. Got the slow from Grims, and that will keep Nando alive. Tim's still trying to move in, but Tim's is getting very low. He'll go down with the burrow strike onto the Rubik. See if they can find Lumic out of this one. Tim's will fall. Can they actually kill the Rubik? Kinetic Field's not going to trap him. Lumic will still go down. Raven has the control with the beam, but Cuckoo, it costs him his life. And again, Execration, they're taking 2 and only losing 1.
And this is trades without meta. Their meta's up in 5 seconds, so they can actually be aggressive up on Execration top. And I'm surprised they went for the Terror Blade. He's got 12 armor and 9 stick charges.
Yeah, you can't.
They have to go for Rubik first.
Tim's, he has got a burrow strike to get himself out of this one, and in fact, Raven's coming across. They're going to look to try and fight as he goes in onto Lumic. Kinetic Field's down, will control the Rubik and the Jakiro. Tim's hiding in the tree line, keeping himself alive. They've got the beam down onto the Rubik. They'll take down one. Tim's keeping his distance. He wants to go back in. The burrow strike's back up. TNC moving in, trying to take down the Jakiro. One more fire comes out onto Tim's. Grims will fall. Is Tim's going to survive? I think he is. He is out of it. Double kill for Raven.
I love SEA Dota.
They just run, they just fight. We're 4.5 minutes in. We've got people just punching the Jesus out of you.
Everyone just wants a wand in that top lane. They're like, all right, get 3 magic wands because we're just going to non-stop throw spells at each other. And, oh my. Dragon Knight has sent Tinker home. Well, to the shrine. But level 4 Tinker to the almost level 6 on Dragon Knight. He's 27 and 10 to the 15-3 Tinker. What's going on?
This boy has got potential.
Holy moly.
Oh, man. He's, as we said, you know, his laning seems to be perfect.
They gave you the
from the 2 games that we've seen.
They gave you the seems good now, by the way.
Oh, they
lots of
thanks. Lots of fun. But yeah, it's Lumic. Everyone says Lumic.
They got you. Sam H, bottom. Actually, we'll stay top, because top is most good. But we'll comment on Sam H. Sam H, he's doing really well versus the clock. Clock, though, farming too. Sam H has gone for the bottle build. And yeah, they're just farming versus each other. And now the lanes have been swapped up. Raven does not feel like he's getting enough up there, and he is right to think that because he is behind that Terror Blade by a bit.
This mid lane.
This could be a gank though. Look at this rotation by Raven.
He didn't see that coming from a mile off. That is a free kill for Sam H. And mid lane, little CS. Double CS on the Dragon Knight.
I can't believe that he's actually crushing it.
I mean, this matchup on paper, as you said, it's okay for the DK because you get brief fire, but you wouldn't expect to win the lane, right? Normally in a...
I don't think you win the lane, but the thing is, Dragon Knight, he actually does fine in like every matchup. Yeah, sure. But I think this one is just Armel being a boss over Carl right now.
And they go onto Yaj. They may have just set up for another kill here for Raven and the boys. They cut him off. They have got a Lucid Beam. They'll actually pop the Ravage as well for that.
The Ravage.
The Ravage. You know, it's a classy Ravage. That's what they're doing. Where would that be? It'd be in France, wouldn't it? The Ravage.
The Ravage. I'll take it. And Rubik cancels his TP, so they're going to actually turn this into a push with the Catapult Wave.
What does Carl do here? I mean, he can't come into lane.
I don't know. This is a big problem for Execration, actually, that this Tinker is getting massacred. And now his mid tower is getting threatened, too.
Oh, dear.
Oh, boy. 2 towers getting pressured at the same time, 6 minutes in, versus a DK. This is a DK Luna lineup, so this is a very fast-paced lineup once they've all got their level 6s. Marches start coming down in the mid lane, level 3 March.
Only the one.
But they glyph. Look at this offensive glyph by TNC to save their creeps while they push the tower versus March. Absolutely genius.
Carl, that's a Sand King that he's standing next to.
There's no stun on DK, but they can give the body blocks.
You had the slow.
The body blocks. Tim's.
I mean, Carl is dead.
Carl is dead.
And Disruptor will go down elsewhere.
But this is the big kill.
It is. They need to get something out in return. They're looking for Armel, but
he's way too tanky.
He's got the 2 points of the Dragon Blood. In fact,
he's turning.
He's turning. He's fighting.
He doesn't give a hoot.
He's got Tim's coming back in as well. He knows that if that Sand King gets in range, they could definitely turn and go. They go in onto Lumic straight away with the brief fire and the burrow strike. That's Lumic down.
Oh my goodness.
They might even...
Tim's?
They could get Grims as well, can't they?
They might.
They've got burrow strike back up in 3 seconds, but Grims is not going to chase yet. Grims keeps his distance.
My God.
Well, 50 CS at the 8-minute mark pretty much here for Armel.
Armel boss. He's just going to go for what? The drums build on the DK, it does seem. He could save gold. He might just have Treads Bracer and just go for either like a Blink or a Shadow Blade Rush. Saw how much damage the Shadow Blade did in the last game when Nando was playing it. So, Yash, he's got to find some pickoffs. He gets the hook shot. It's off the mark.
Down bottom. Telekinesis. The Disruptor, Cuckoo. Will be dragged back.
There we go. So the good thing for Execration is, of course, this Terror Blade. But as we said, they have quite a greedy draft. They are very susceptible to getting pushed down. So it's going to be really important for Carl to be in position to stop these pushes as this Tinker. Because they already losing. They lost bottom tower. Mid tower is dead as well. I would be very surprised if we don't see TNC make a move toward that top lane and take the last tower very soon.
Let's see if they do just that. We have what Dust picked up on Disruptor. Ready to move, ready to roll.
Wait, what? You said Dust or Smoke?
I mean, I said Smoke Fog.
I was like, Dust. They got no invis. What the heck?
What? I said Smoke. Quite clearly.
Clearly, no.
Clearly.
So it is going to be the drum on Armel into the Blink Dagger. So they do want to get that further catch, but they want to be able to group up and just pop drum charge, run at people, take buildings. Stats are good. So both games, Armel being a beast in the middle lane.
And here they go. With that Smoke Dust.
That Smoke Dust.
Smoke.
Carl
They've found him, and they'll pop a clips. They're not messing around for this Tinker kill, and they'll get it. Carl's down. Raven taking the kill as well. Money in the Luna's bank after they pick off that mid lane Tinker.
Tim's juking around.
Ah, he's fine.
Juking and jiving. Whoop, whoop. Yep, he's fine.
Grim's out juked himself there.
Sure did.
Went back to base. Oh, hook shot. It's a big kill if they can get it.
Oh, he's very far up too.
And they have got control with the ice path and the slow. A lot of magical damage. They should get this one. Yeah, this is what they need. Armel. Just turn with the brief fire. Tries his best. But the rotation from Nando, they get the kill. They needed to somehow shut down that DK, and an overextension from Armel will be the perfect recipe for them to do so.
And Grim gets a D-ward behind that tower there that Tim's had placed in the sneaky, not really in a sneaky way, actually. So Hood on SamH as expected versus Tinker. We might see multiple hoods or pipes being picked up, but it might also just be the Tidehunter. Raven going for that top tower push. He is going for Mask of Madness because he's still a bit underfarmed on the Luna, but not, you know, not anything bad.
Oh, yeah,
he has 4 kills.
Yeah, just got to be. I mean, he's playing very confident here. He does have the full stick, so we'll be fine. Keeps his distance, just trying to keep them off the tower a little bit.
You see the SamH build this game too? He does not go for like the max Kraken Shell. He's going for max levels and Gush. So he's trying to spam it. He's trying to be that damage dealer in the fights rather than just being that tanky frontliner. Because Kraken, I mean, the Kraken's only really good versus Terror Blade this game. He just needs that magic resistance versus the rest of their lineup. No one else is really punching him, and it's not really the biggest of things looking to purge off and such. So, yeah. Fully offensive, the build from Tidehunter skill-wise. Yep. And here we go, the smoke. It was spotted out. It was. They know what's up. But Grim But they may still feel, yeah, big kills away. It's Grim's will be locked down. Grim's is taken out. Maybe they can get more TNC. Cuckoo has the Static Storm. He's put his eyes towards Nando. He's looking for the perfect chance to drop it down. There we have the brush shot. Yeah, two-man. Catch 2 with that one with the clock moving in. They will be able to kill that Raven, the Nando Terror Blade in time before such. Yaj will escape with the hook shot. This is a big problem already though for Execration. With their draft, like we were saying, greedy draft, they're losing, they're getting tier 2s pressured. There's still a Ravage online. TNC, they're looking to just pressure. And this Clockwork, I gotta say, Owen, this offlane Clock's not really working out, man. He's not really been able to have the impact that he wants to. The first hook shot was off the mark. This one he had to use a defensive hook shot to back away. I mean, hooking into the team of TNC, look at that lineup. If you hook in, you're dead. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. And Tinker still on the road to recovery. 500 gold till those boots of travels, and look at him on the net worth. Bottom 5. It's not great, and look at the top of the net. A full top 3 on the side, of course, of TNC. Yep. All 3 cores rocking ahead by quite some distance. Stolen Burrow Strike for Rubik. They've got the Blink Dagger now for Armel's DK, so ready to go target to target in these fights. Keep the chase good. They've got a lot of control with
sort of been blinking for, glimpses, burrow strikes.
Yeah.
It really is, as you said, you know, TNC.
They've got full team fight.
This is the sort of heroes that they excel so well with. And they tried something different in game 1. It did not work. They went back to sort of the TNC basics in game 2, and so far so good. They have a 5K lead, 10 to 6 at 12 minutes.
Absolutely. Execration, their team is all about just like trying to find these pickups. They can't really take head-on fights with their lineup right now, so they are smoked up with the Clockwork. He needs to find a big pick-off here, but...
And when Armel actually did switch out, he did have the Blink Dagger queued up, but he got the money for the Shadow Blade, so goes for the Shadow Blade instead.
Okay, I mean, yeah, it's always one or the other.
Yeah.
It always just depends, like, you know, how far ahead you are. If you're super far ahead, you tend to go Shadow Blade to transition. They're looking for Armel. Sam H is here, though.
Look at the hook shot straight away onto Sam H. Knocking him down.
That ain't the one you
cogs.
want.
He is tanky, he is big. They're trying to cut him out of those cogs. They're still trying to fully commit onto Sam H. They may get him. He's very low. No, he's going to survive. And now the turnaround for TNC. Armel locks down straight away onto the Rubik. They do lose Tim's on the side as Carl's able to burst him down bottom with the Tinker. It's a 1-for-1 at the moment.
Wait.
The rest of Execration get out.
What killed Tim's? Did he just die to March? I think he died to March alone. Yeah, he died to March. Looking at the fight recap.
Looks like he
Oh, it doesn't show up on that one, but...
Look, yeah, I think he just burrow striked in the trees, was stuck in a position there as Carl.
Because I had the team fight recap, and it only showed March casted by Tinker,
Yeah.
so... Tim's definitely died to just March there in the trees. Poor lad.
It's force nearly done for Raven. So that core Clockwork becoming even less of an issue for the cores this game of TNC.
Oh yeah,
He's just going to slide out of any initiation from Yaj.
Yeah, he can pretty much only kill the Disruptor now with this hook shot, and even that he can just like glimpse away. And oh my, Armel, he's pretty deep though.
He's not going to get that kill on Carl. They have the telekinesis in there controlling up this DK.
Oh, Lumic missed that.
That hook shot, though, is that going to be enough to secure them? The kill? No, Armel stick charges. Can he get out of this? He's running. He turns with the stun. He's going to get out. Shadow Blade. Armel.
The dust doesn't catch him either.
It doesn't catch him. They can't get the kill. Armel survives. Raven, meanwhile, up top, pops the Eclipse, catches off the Nando Terrorblade in the midst of the jungle. And TNC, Armel escaping just like that.
Yeah,
DK, the regen, the shot, and as you said, that must have been on the very edge of the dust. It almost looked like he was clipped by that dust.
Yeah, it really did seem like it.
Trying up. TNC maintaining a strong lead this game, 7K net worth.
Yeah. So playing Terrorblade versus Disruptor, we've seen this time and time again. It is very hard because you're pretty much not going to get your Sunder off in most of these fights because you're going to be under Static Storm. It's happened to him 2 times already that he's caught inside of it and just gets bursted down. 7K gold lead, and yep, it's time for Roche. They've got the Gush, they've got more than enough physical damage with the Luna Aura.
And they've got
a medallion on Sand King. Tim's doesn't even care about a Blink Dagger.
You don't need it. You don't need it this game when you have this sort of DK and Disruptor setting things up for you, as it seems.
Yep.
Anything to sort of speed up the objectives, keep the pace high, as you say, building for the rush.
This is Yaj's time to shine.
Okay, here we go. Yaj, can you do it?
He dropped he put his bottle in his backpack.
Look at Tim's position though. Yaj does not see Tim's. He does not see Tim's.
But
so he's literally going to hook shot straight into Tim. Now he'll see Tim's.
They see Yaj. And he goes in, it's blocked.
Tim's just blocks it. And now Yaj is dead. So Tim's perfect positioning, making sure it's impossible for Yaj to get in. They kill Yaj, they get the Roshan. Raven picks up the Aegis, they've got the vision onto Lumic, glimpsing back the Rubik. And the Lumic Rubik will be taken down as well. Carl trying his best to cut the creep wave mid.
They've got to stall. They can't fight at all. This is pretty much going to be TNC staying grouped up, and Execration ideally wants to just keep farming the map for the next, for the next very long time, because they are in no way in any terms of being able to fight versus this lineup.
Raven pressuring in top, Armel. She's going for the Ancients, and put a bit of pressure on mid there with the use of the Elder Dragon form. Has his money now from the Blink Dagger on top of that Shadow Blade, 17 minutes in, reaching nearly 10K net worth. I mean, both him and Raven incredibly well farmed this game, as at the moment it really is just this sort of catch-up game being played. by Nando.
Yeah. Is he actually going to go Blink on Armel? I feel like he could just go like Heart and he'd be fine.
I think he's contemplating his edit. Before he had the Blink queued up and then he went for something else. So again,
He could just go AC or something. Like, he's so farmed at this point, he could just really, he has the liberty of getting whatever the hell he wants. Except for something absolutely ridiculous, like a Dagon. Some standard DK items, some Hurricane Pike, some Heart, some AC, anything like that. Armel gets a little bit spooked in the mid lane, pops his Jump Charge, runs away. Sam H, Tims, and Cuckoo all positioned, looking for a glimpse.
Oh, and he's got it. It's just the Rubik, but it's a kill's a kill. They'll take the Rubik kill.
They know that Execration has no interest in taking a single fight, so they're just cruising, walking wherever they want. Threatening mid now. They might go for a mid tower push. However, there is a Tinker, so it makes it really hard. So taking out the tier 2s and pushing the other two side lanes is probably more viable. Okay, so it is going to be BKB on Dragon Knight, which, I mean, that's fine as well. He just wants to be able to walk in to the base and hit the towers. Top, Tims, chasing Grims, looking pretty dead.
Vision for the glimpse.
They got to save the stun. Oh, look at Tims, saving the stun. Good lad. And they will get this kill.
And making sure they have full control. Who's going to get the kill here? It will be Tims. He's going to pop it.
Oh.
So gives him the old 16.
Did you just? Was that what was that? Was that like a doobie doobie dap dap or something? That was like a
sandstorm, innit?
It didn't sound like that though.
Okay, how does sandstorm even go again? I forgot.
Yeah, that one. There you go.
We might get DMCA by the roof.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Watch out. 19 minutes. 16-7. TNC keeping the lead. I'm marking this is going to mean we're going to get a game 3 if it continues like this. And as ICA Doke's always a joy to watch. I'm sure all the viewers can agree.
Yeah, this
Everyone likes
one's
a bit of Southeast Asian.
When you have to get second item BKB on Terrorblade, you know that the game is very tough. So that's the point that Nando has been put in, that they can't take any fights, so they just have to keep stalling, but I think he's recognizing that they're gonna have to defend their base, so he has to go for this BKB item, and look at this, TNC Smoke, they're looking for a pick off here.
Let's see what
they want the Tinker, that's the dream.
They do. If they can get the Tinker off, the high ground push becomes infinitely easier.
Yeah, do they have a pipe finished on the Tidehunter? I assume yes. Okay, he does.
Lens on Tinker. Of course, that long road still to the Aghanims. That's where the defense really becomes quite something, where Execration can buy time for the game to keep going on. But he's obviously a long way away from that Aghanim sector. So
yeah,
the complete way away from it. 4K gold still needed for that item to come out, and that item, of course, is going to come out a lot slower than Raven's BKB for such. So they will have methods to deal with the Aghs Tinker if it even gets to that point.
Yeah. So Tims does have the Blink Dagger, so they at least have one way to blink in and start the fight now, because for the most part, on TNC, they're looking to just group and push as a unit rather than dive the base and try to get a kill. It's all about to be up on Tims to catch that Tinker, and the rest of them just follow up through that brute force sieging with the pipe, with the Silver Edge, with the BKBs being finished. Or BKB, sorry, Raven still building toward his. And bottom. That's a dead tier 2.
That's another tower for TNC as they take the final outer tower off the map from Execration. 21 minutes in, and with the remainder there of Dragon Form, they would like to try and push on for more. Armel forcing out the fortification.
That's an early fortification. They used it instantly. Cuckoo, they're looking for
top lane as
top.
well. They are. They're going to see if they can get some kills off the back of this. They're leading. Cuckoo is going to be held down. Actually still alive for now. The Ravage comes through, cancelling the TPs into the Burrow Strikes. TNC, they'll get both of these kills.
I think Lumix saved him by pulling him out of the cogs there with the lip.
I think he did. That was not the telekinesis he was looking for.
They could have gotten a kill, but at the end of the day, they both definitely would have died. So, Ravage expended, Static Storm expended as well. TNC does not care about using their ultis in these situations.
All about that base defense now for Execration. They had to be so careful about leaving the base. And Nando obviously wants to, as he does need to farm. And him and the Tinker, they are still getting farm. It's just, of course, not quite on the same level as that of TNC with the objectives that TNC have been able to take. Okay, see if Tims looks to try and go the win with the blink. Too many marches up, so Won't go hunting for the Tinker. Cart. In and out, pushing those lanes halfway towards the Aghanim, so.
I keep just hearing Luna laugh randomly. Do you hear that? I just keep hearing like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So Raven, BKB finished, Silver Edge on Dragonite.
Oh yeah.
You hear it, right? I think that's like the 8th time I've heard Luna laughing.
It could be Raven might be like typing lol or haha in the chat.
Is it? It is the taunt, right?
Oh, it is the taunt.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's what makes it. All right. That makes sense. You know, we know Raven loves pressing the taunts.
Doesn't the taunt go silly mini commands? I thought that was that one.
No, that's just when you move around.
Oh, okay.
Nah. You'll do it again in a second, I'm sure.
Yeah, it is the taunt, yeah. I just keep hearing that this whole time.
I gotta say, one of the more sort of subtle taunts in the game, that one. It just
spins the glaive.
Just spins the glaives, yeah. That's, you know, I like to see the... Not quite on the same level as the old Lifestealer one we had Raven on last game.
I mean, Raven must have it bound to like middle mouse button or something, because he just spams taunts on every hero.
Yeah, he loves it.
I thought I was hearing.
We're just hearing...
I was like, well, who just keeps laughing? What's going on right now? So as we were mentioning, of course, this game, it's heavily TNC favors Execration. They're just trying to buy time. They need a lot more time to be able to take this one.
So what, 13k gold lead. Similar, we saw what... In game 1, there's a 13k gold lead for Execration, then Execration ended the game. We may see a very sort of similar numbers this time around. 14k lead, and TNC, it feels like they're on the verge. I mean, look at that network. That's a beautifully straight line there.
Wow, yeah, that's...
X equals Y. Perfect mathematical progression from TNC.
Execration. They're smoked.
They are.
Who are they gonna go for though?
I mean,
they want Cuckoo.
You don't want to go on the Tinker. Sorry, the Tide Hunter.
It seems like the only one they can really kill is Cuckoo. So they're like, all right, let's plan to kill this Disruptor. So how's our Aghanims looking? All right.
He's getting close. He is
900.
He's farming. He is farming.
Or 850, whatever. There is a Tinker Ward positioned already top, so he has to be careful while he goes for the split push in the top lane. If he's in those tree lines.
Oh, yeah, I mean, even though, as we mentioned, the BKBs are the Aghanims Tinkers, never anything that fun that you want to be pushing into. So the high ground defense will certainly be there. Certainly will. But as we've seen many times before, that Tinker gets caught out once outside the base, it will be GG.
Radiant's middle tower is under
having to
attack.
play very carefully. But so far, so good. He's really recovered. Raven. Do it again.
Radiant's middle
He's gonna do it
tower
again.
He's
is
gonna do
under
it again.
He's
attack.
gonna do it again.
After he kills the creep wave.
Okay, is that sort of the pattern?
That has been the... After he kills the
is that
camp,
the
he's been
strat?
doing it.
Yeah,
see?
there you go. Kill some creeps, have a bit of a giggle.
So they've got the BKBs at the ready. They want to threaten high ground. Tinker's not in position for this defense either right now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Pipe blocked.
Nando, in with a reflection.
Dire's top tower is under
Raven walking it off. They've got the hook shot. They're trying to go in onto Armel, but the BKB popped immediately from Armel.
Armel.
As well as OP BKB, and Armel trapped in the cogs will be able to get out with the Silver Edge.
There's an Eggs Tinker now, so the push is way harder. And that is the BKB charge from Terrorblade. And meta expended, so TNC could back up, clear the next couple creep waves, and then go to re-engage when they know that Metamorphosis is on cooldown for the next 2 minutes.
Yeah.
First, they'll go for the shrines, though.
are fortified.
Oh, until Roche is back, I imagine that must be pretty soon. It is, yeah.
It is.
10 seconds and Roche is there. I think if you're TNC,
They can just do that one, yeah.
you've absolutely got time to get that, as you say, give time for your BKBs to come back and then
Radiant's
still
middle
push
tower
whilst
is
the meta
under
is
attack.
down. But Execration are coming out on the map, all underneath that ward though, TNC, so TNC know what's up there.
It's driving me insane.
Is it the same laugh each time? There's not
It is.
variants. It is the
No
exact
variants.
same laugh track.
Double damage.
So Roche is up. TNC has not scouted it just yet, though. Tim's pushed in that whole bottom wave.
Radiant's
No, it's
middle
definitely
tower
different
is
laughs.
under
I
That
think
one
there's
that
different
one
laughs.
sounded a little different.
I
think you're right.
I
That
want to say
sounded
there's
a little-
two different laughs. I mean, there's, you know, there's a very deep analysis. That wasn't. He didn't laugh at all, then, did he?
He's silenced
Oh,
because he had Mask of Madness.
no way.
I don't know.
But
I
if you're
don't know.
silenced and you taunt, does she not actually
I don't know.
taunt?
That's what I saw.
That is does that really work? Like, that's attention to detail. Maybe it does.
Maybe. I saw the face thing. You know, you have the little face mask when you're silenced right there over Luna. So I think it was.
Valve outdid themselves there. I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh no. Wait, but
then she was unsilenced.
But as it unsilenced, she started laughing again. I can't believe this is what.
Wow.
This is what we're analyzing.
My goodness. Valve. Wow, that's amazing.
Oh,
thank you.
Look at the Aghanim spill too. Luna wants Axe for the Tinker and the Terrorblade.
Is under attack.
I mean, Aghanim's Luna, I really think that is actually underused.
I do too.
It is incredible.
Because you take that beam damage.
Yeah.
And then you take the Lucent Beam mini stun at 25 too.
And nowadays, at this point, you get Ags, you get Refresh, aside, triple Eclipse is like... It's amazing. It feels so good. But now the jump in, they're going for the defense. Raven getting kind of low. Posta Manta style forces himself out of the cogs.
Oh,
the
God,
Dragon Tail onto Yaj. Yaj gets taken down. Armel will back off. And the Silver Edge wants to try and reinitiate. Can they get themselves back in? Dust is out from Lumi. TNC keeping the distance. They don't have those BKBs back up, so they will play it safe. Get out of there.
Execration is buying time, but the problem is that, you know, they're buying time, but TNC is keeping up with the farm actually just faster. They're almost at 20k gold lead, 20k experience lead. Execration has to start doing something else, it does seem, because
yeah, look at the ground.
they're not farming faster by any means. Their map is too limited. There is no glyph available still for 2 minutes. I think they glyphed their shrine earlier, if I'm not mistaken. Armel, no BKB up just yet. There is a cheese at the ready. Nando has meta and BKB.
It's probably quite tilting, isn't it? If you're Execration, you're just constantly hearing this laughter. Obviously, when he's only on the map and you see him, but it's the little subtle taunts that would really just sort of get you on edge. As Raven.
Maybe that's Raven's plan.
It seems to be working. Just the psychological warfare. Oh, I like that as well. Doesn't make a sound when he's invis as well. If he goes Glimmercade, that makes him silence. Here we go. BKBs go in. They'll go in and take the racks. Hookshot forward from Yaj. Forces himself out. Raven and Armor both used the BKBs for this one, but it did get the job done.
They got the melee racks.
Took the melee racks.
Yeah. So now they have the momentum, going to be pushing into our top. So they probably want to clear out the last shrine and wait for their BKBs again, and then go for the high ground push. If they can catch the Tinker, though, that's of course the best. Smoke up TNC. They're trying to get the catch. Nando is pushed pretty far here. He went Shadow Blade on the Terrorblade. So feeling desperate. They're getting wrapped on here pretty hard.
Straight in onto that Terrorblade. They'll just head you down. Nando heads down to the south. Grim's actually TPing out of there. Tried to escape with the Shadow Blade, but they have the BKB TP. Smart moves from Nando. He's out. TNC can't grab him. He's back to base. BKB, of course, used, but does save his life. So he'll be back for the defense, and he does have Metamorphosis available for that defense. Axe getting closer and closer for Raven. I want to see it picked up.
Looks like it's going to be Silver Edge, the choice on Nando. To break that Tidehunter can be one of the options. Breaking Dragon Knight as well can be quite decent.
The big one, yeah. So you've got a chance of actually...
Sam H just blinks in.
He is. He's gone straight into the base here, no cares at all. Carl has laid down the march. Having Armel pop the BKB and commit for the push onto this tier 3 tower. Now they're trying to fight off the back of the BKB wearing up, but the cog control not quite there. Armel able to get himself out.
Glyph is ready for Execration now. And TNC gonna back off, at least with Tims. It seems like Tims is the one who's dealing with the waves, and the rest of his team stays groups together multiple times now.
Oh no!
He switched up.
Raven, disappointment. No Aghanims today.
They just want to push the base really hard.
I mean, it's
Heart being queued up on DK as well, so they just want to, just
for the situation it makes sense, as you say. They're just worried about hitting the base. They don't really care about, like, they can already kill the heroes, and that's all the Aghanims is going to be useful for. That's not going to be any use for pushing towers. So yeah, Butterfly for Raven. No Aghanims today, boys and girls. No Aghanims today.
Maybe next. Maybe next.
Maybe next.
Maybe last item.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, with the way that this game's going, if Execration keep holding, could get to the point where this Luna has 4K more gold.
So Age is going to be reclaimed shortly. And they're just continuing to farm up the map. How's Carl? Almost Hex. So that could be nice for them to at least like maybe burst down a target inside that Hex duration, but it's still going to be really tough with TNC all backing up their front line.
Top barracks are under attack.
Their range tracks is down pretty trouble. Backdoor protection kicks him. Get rid of those illusions. I really just feel like TNC.
It's just a methodical play right now.
They got the command.
They're just farming.
They may even just wait for the next rush. I know it's still quite a while away, but if it comes to that, I think TNC will certainly play the safe role. Yeah, we may respawn in at the minimum 2 minutes. So we'll see how much TNC do want to try and push before that, as they certainly could hold back, just keep farming up the map.
They're keeping the map like very much so on the side of Execration, so Tinker's not able to really do what he wants to and, you know, cut deeper on the waves in position. Neither can the Terrorblade. Tim's constantly addressing the lanes as that's sinking, forcing them in, while his team forces the other sides in. Or shoves, right? Shoves, there we go. Shoves the lane in. You see Nando just keeps trying to throw illusions into the lanes and trying to cut the waves and push them out, but TNC is not allowing that to happen.
I'll tell you who does nearly have an
Who does?
I believe the Tide Hunter.
Oh.
Or am I going crazy?
No, he was
Nice.
You're right. And he went for the gush armor.
Oh,
he's got it.
Boy! That AoE gush. I don't care about Raven anymore. He didn't get Ag, so he's dead to me. I'm all about this Sam H Tide. He's got the Aghanims Tide Hunter.
Now he's got more wave clear as well. Hex finished up on Tinker. Top Rex does die. Raven.
Raven does fall low, gets the BKB out. Tims comes in with a Burrow Strike. It will be a BKB, glimmered up and escape. Raven backs off. The Hex is there, Carl. Doesn't have enough follow-up at all. Not enough mana in the tank to burst down a Tide Hunter. Nando can try that.
Nando spotted.
He's got the Silver Edge. They're bringing in the Tinker. They're trying.
They have to be super careful.
They can't. Yeah, they can't.
Carl has no buyback.
Tide,
yeah, Carl has no buyback, so that's way too risky of a play to try to go for that. Even with the Silver Edge break, you know, it's a neat kind of play, but he's got to be very careful.
You got to chill out, back up.
Dies once, game is over with like no buyback.
Oh, absolutely. As soon as that Tinker's gone, Luna is just going to shove down the lanes and Raven just cleans up the base. It's far too much of a push for the Execration to deal with in terms of defending with less than their full lineup alive.
Still that constant growth by TNC though. The line
still going?
Still consistent. Look at that.
Look at that.
25k gold lead about in a second and a 30k experience lead.
I mean, if Execration turn this one around, that is going to be quite just a mental hit to TNC in this game, because they have managed to create such a solid, steady lead.
Yeah, I mean, it's still going to be really hard, because even if they do win any of these fights, it's going to be on their side of the map. So they're not going to be really able to pressure any objectives off of it, especially with the way that TNC is addressing the side lanes. Sanking always going there, and his team always going there to make sure that they don't get put on the back foot. Armel, like we said, going for Heart, getting closer and closer, and Raven has queued up a Linken's, it appears. He actually has the Linken's, so build to block that initial Hex, the initial Lift as well. Probably the more important ones, just so he doesn't get caught out off guard. So he can always get his BKB off. What levels are Terrorblade? He's not level 20 yet, so I'm looking for level 20 so he can get the Reflection talent, but they're in a very desperate mode anyway. This is the third Roche that could be coming down for TNC. They back off though. They seem to know that Execration is smoked, looking for a fight.
Let's see what they can get. Moving towards the pit. It's an important place to fight. Scam from TNC confirms there's more members of Execration up on the high ground behind such. So they know that they're here. Tim's looking for the lead in. Quick steal from Lumi because he takes the Sandstorm. Is actually what he grabs.
Hook shot off the mark.
Off the mark. Nando's still looking though. He's heading forward with the Silver Edge. Positioning for TNC as they keep themselves up to the high ground. Armel.
That's meta. Meta was used for that situation. He's trying to get something out of it. Now they know the meta was used too. They just saw the illusion in mid with the range form. If they were paying attention at least.
Are they going to try and push this? What's the plan? Lumi. Let's finish some Sandstorm farming.
Bit risky when there's a disruptor with vision there. And he's dead.
He's dead. gosh.
And now they can just go into the rush pit with that pick off.
Yep, no Rubik, no meta. Very hard for Execration to do anything about this. Maybe, and no hook shot, in fact, of course, still on cooldown.
Yep.
So, he's got it in 5 seconds, but yeah, nowhere near the pit, so they are going to just have to let this one go to TNC.
Refresher shard on a Tidehunter. He even takes the cheese as well. There we go. So he's got double Ravage. They can just blink in if they see the Tinker at all.
I would have liked to see the double eclipse, but
It's too good on Tidehunter.
double eclipse. I know.
Too good on Tidehunter.
You're right. I'll go. It is too good on Tidehunter.
If he had Aghanims,
Sure, yeah.
maybe.
Maybe.
The maybe
But
for Luna. But it's just,
Probably
I mean,
still better on Tidehunter.
3 or 4, yeah.
So.
It's just too good. AoE stun there.
Yeah. The tentacles.
Almost 30k gold advantage, TNC. Still. Keeping it going. But Terrorblade has gotten the bottom lane pushed out a bit. And one of the further items. So, Tinker queuing up BKB so he can get into the fray a bit better. Nando, still only level 18 on Terrorblade. Very under-leveled on this Terrorblade. Of course, since he's been trapped in his base the majority of the time just farming with his illusions on the side lanes. Queued up the Scotty next, but a ways away.
Keep them Taunts hot.
Carl, setting up on Tim's bottom. Tim's though, just Sandstorms. And he'll get out. Slow, methodical death by TNC.
30k net worth lead. It just keeps going. This is a real... I don't think I've ever seen a line that's been that consistent for, you know what I mean? Like, there's normally sort of a bit of a bump or an up and down, but this is literally just been perfectly straight. Upwards in TNC's favor.
Do they have heart yet on Armel? Very close to having that one. That'll allow him to just poke the tower back off, constantly be full health. But they could just look, the game could end extremely abruptly. I think that might be one of the cases that happens in this game. We're going to see like a blink double Ravage and the game's just going to end right after that. They're smoked up. They're looking to enter through the top side since there's no tower there. This could catch the Execration completely off guard. They see Carl. They see Grim. They're ready to go.
Tim's leads him with the burrow strike. There we go. Sam H with the first Ravage onto 3, catching them all. Second Ravage comes through onto 3 more. Gush upon them all. And Execration, they're 4 dead.
Carl's
they're going to be 5 dead. Carl's gone. They'll buy back on the Terrorblade, but there's no buyback on the rest of the members of Execration. GG has called him, and he actually said...
Like we were saying, a very abrupt ending.
TNC building up to this one moment, and they had the moment, and they did not blow it. They didn't mess it up. They went in. They closed the game in a matter of seconds. So
yeah, that's one of those games that you kind of feel that that's going to come.
Yeah.
Because they have that, you know, they have the Aegis, they have the Cheese Refresher Shard. They're ready to end the game. And yeah, all they need is the opportunity. They seize it, and GG.
Game over. Well,
methodical.
Absolutely
very methodical by TNC.
Say, they played it super safe, and they made it very hard for Execration to come back into. And, yeah,
and I think
final fight, bam, Refresher Shard, the GG shard, as it were.
It even caught Nando before his BKB went off on the Terrorblade, so he like died pretty much instantly. As his BKB, I think he clicked it like right as he was about to die. But this is the TNC lineup that we're used to looking at.
Yeah,
team fight,
it works.
Pressure. Yeah, this is much better than the split push kind of thing. So can Execration deal with it? I think they are going to have to try to match that aggression with some more team fight. Not a big fan of off-lane Clockwork. He struggled really hard in this game. You have to make a lot happen as it. So yeah, we'll see what adjustments are made by Execration.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, with, of course, the beautiful Sam H Tidehunter performance, we are going to go forward and have a short break, and we will be back with Game 3 between TNC and Execration. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you in a bit at the CORSAIR DreamLeague Season 9 for more of the SEA qualifiers. See you soon.